You have just earned your first skill point. Click here to learn more.
Hello everyone and welcome to another live stream. So today we are working on Ms. Unique's character. Alright, let's head to sector space.
From the heart of Kronos to the frozen wastes of Rurapenthe, Klingons have built an empire that values strength, honor, and skill in combat. To be Klingon is to be a warrior. Fight well, live with honor, die with a blade in your hand. If you can do these things, you will live forever in the stories and songs of the Empire.
Thank you, Chancellor Martok. So let's just transwarp right there since we're so slow.
On the front lines of the Klingon Federation war, brave captains from both sides battle to defend their homes and gain advantages for their faction. Each death has meaning, every victory can turn the tide. These are the conflicts that will determine the fate of the quadrant.
Thank you, Ambassador Spock.
Captain, the warp trail ends here. What are your orders?
Put out a wideband hail on all channels. I want to let him know who he's dealing with.
Opening hailing frequencies. If he's out there, he'll hear it.
And soon we will know the folly. And soon he will know the folly of defying the Klingon Empire.
Captain, I recommend modifying the navigational beacons in this system to amplify our efforts in locating the prison. Beacon modified. Nothing yet. We should modify another beacon. Got him. Establishing a communication link now.
I am impressed. I thought Doran was the right choice for command, but apparently even I can be wrong. The KDF will do well with you in their ranks. You have the tenacity of a rabid dog.
Thank you, Jeru, and welcome. Hello, Cynthia. Cut the flattery and cut your engines. You're going back to Kronos with me.
As much as I might deserve to rot in a Klingon jail cell and be interrogated to within an inch of my life on a daily basis, I have unfinished business. It's time I was going.
I'll follow you to Earth itself, that's what it takes.
I don't doubt that you would. However, I always have an escape plan. I've planted a tiny subroutine in all Starfleet computers. If a vessel arrives in the Boreth system, their sensors will pick up distress beacons from dozens of destroyed Starfleet starships. In addition, when we started this conversation, I sent out a few false maydays from these phantom vessels. Ships are already responding.
I think the alerts were not playing for me because of my local settings. Quite possibly, because I do have it on my server for Twitch Live. I have Stream Elements who auto post for me. And it's tagged for everybody, so you should have gotten it.
You've proven yourself to be a skilled warrior already, so I'm sure you know that Kalis said it was acceptable to lose a battle to save an empire, or a ship. I suggest you leave before Starfleet arrives.
And communication. Now it's the same as on Miss Unique's channel, so it'll be okay. However, I can't remember even Unique's alert. Damn.
Captain, we're being hailed by one of the Starfleet vessels.
This ought to be interesting. Put them on screen.
Klingon bird of prey, power down your weapons and shields, and prepare to be boarded.
That day will never come, Vulcan. Not as long as I draw breath. Wraith Realms alerts are coming in every time. Oh, damn.
Our sensors are detecting several Federation distress beacons in this area. This trap is obviously your handiwork. Surrender now, or we will be forced to open fire.
So much for your famous Vulcan intellect. Check your sensors again.
The beacons are as plain as curious. They are no longer transmitting. Engineering, run a level 3 diagnostic on the sensors.
You've been deceived by one of your own, Vulcan.
I extend my apologies. We did not intend to violate Klingon space. We will be leaving now, if you will allow it.
I will not. You'll pay for your insults with your life. Try to die well. Oh, never got one. But he got one for here. Okay, Jeru.
Another Starfleet vessel has entered the system.
Inquiry class.
Attention, Klingon ships. We are here on a rescue operation.
And of course, can't cloak in time. Restarted the Discord on my main rig. Okay.
We will defend
Target shields.
ready to leave the system on your command.
Let's do it.
It is unfortunate that the prisoner has eluded your search. That said, you did uncover a Federation spy nest in the heart of First City. We've deciphered their infiltration techniques and are cracking down on their spy network within the Empire. One of my prison guards was impressed with your tenacity and asked to be reassigned to your crew. You would be wise to accept it.
Don't tell me what to do, Warden.
Very
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Okay.
We have identified the Federation prisoner.
Obey your lizard overlords. No, Drew.
His name is Franklin Drake. Some of our sources say he's a Starfleet intelligence agent, but there are hints that he's much more. From what I can tell, he's not part of the normal chain of command. Previously, we didn't have any images or genetic samples from him, which is why he was so hard to identify. Now, we'll be on him the second he shows his face again. We already have a lead for you to follow. Records indicate a Klingon shuttle entered space above the Rura Penthe penal colony. That system is restricted, and there was no traffic scheduled for today. You are authorized by the High Council to approach the system and determine if Drake is there. Bring him back alive, if you can.
If I have to.
Work to do.
Okay. Set course for Aurora Pente. New warp core. Which shields are better? Those shields are better. Okay, get rid of these tribbles. I don't need them. Decide on what marks I want. What do you think, Drew? Which marks? They are for reputation. You get better gear, and the marks I go for will be the marks that I use to get the gear for the ship and myself. Mega marks because they're a nice green color. Okay, Borg it is. And I'll just transwarp to the next mission. Borg for the win. Yep.
This is Warden Katak of the Rura Penthe Penal Colony. Do not have authorization to land. Turn back now. The attempt to violate our security perimeter will be met with force.
Our authorization comes from Chancellor Jimpak himself. It is unwise to stand in the way of his representatives. Unless, of course, you'd like to become a resident of your own prison.
My apologies, Kalekanes. I am honored to meet you. What do representatives of the High Council seek at Rura Penthe?
We seek a Federation fugitive.
There are no Federation corps on Rura Penthe. Are you aware enemies of the Empire should be killed, not fed and coddled like infants?
It appears the spy is as good at getting into prisons as he is at escaping them. Check your sensor logs, Warden. He is here, somewhere.
Our security logs are checked every quarter hour as per regulations. There have been no transfers in or out of the colony within the last day. Only 2 ships have entered the system today. Yours and a Klingon shuttle. The shuttle left the system hours ago. You are still here.
Your arrogance is tiresome, Warden. Produce your sensor logs at once.
Our logs clearly indicate the shuttle left the system hours ago. There have been no transfers. All prisoners in this colony are either accounted for or dead. Your trail has gone cold.
Enough. We will beam down and examine the logs in person.
Ready to beam down on your command, Captain. There is a magnetic field covering the entire penal colony to prevent prisoners from escaping via transporter. We'll have to beam down to the outskirts of the magnetic field and walk to the entrance.
Very well. I'll take my healer.
Oh, where do you think you are going?
I have business with the Warden.
You may have crossed the magnetic shield, but your visit is unannounced, and you will follow protocol. No one simply wanders around this prison. I will escort you to the Warden.
Lead on, guard.
You will follow me.
No, you will follow me.
Warden, the visitors are here.
I can see them, Rogar.
Your presence here is unnecessary. The only Federation citizens on Rura Penthe are frozen into the ice. But don't let me dissuade you from your manhunt.
Order the guards to search.
My guards will stay where they are. If there was a breach, it would have tripped the alarms. Our security system is quite advanced.
He's a prisoner. Please examine the security system for yourself. If you refuse to accept the word of the prison's warden, that is.
Drake is here. We will find him.
You dare to question the honor of a warrior of the House of Torg? You may be representatives of Jempak, but you'll taste my blade if you insult me again. Go, see for yourselves. You will only find the Padak dumped here to rot.
Your incompetence will speak for itself.
Follow me to the general holding area.
I think somebody is a little cold, don't you agree?
Mastiffs with you to sniff out treachery. Interrogate the prisoners, Captain. One of them may have spotted the fugitive.
Too bad there's no latex in the game. My nipples will be hard as well. So would mine. They say you'll be frozen in the ice in 5 seconds if you are not properly dressed.
I need to see nothing.
Snitches get stitches.
Are they going to retry my case?
Ain't no humans down here, Chief. Why look like a human?
I believe someone is following you, Captain.
Turn around.
None of these prisoners will help you. They can sense danger far better than you can. And they know the risks of getting involved in a fight that's not theirs.
How do you know this?
Because I'm not a Batak like the warden and his cousin. Have you asked yourself, why would a human come to Rura Pente?
He's after something or someone.
The human is here to extract a prisoner. There are no other alternatives. If he was coming to kill someone, then he's a call. All he needed to do was wait. Everyone sent to this hole dies. Most are dead within a year.
You seem well informed for a prisoner.
Are you questioning my honor? If you think you're safe because you hold a weapon, you're mistaken. The only thing standing between you and a cold grave is my patience.
Bold words for a prisoner.
Someday I'll teach you a lesson for testing my resolve. The human is here, but it is a complicated situation. You must do exactly as I say. We are surrounded by enemies, and you will need my help to survive.
Why should I trust a criminal?
The only crime I've committed was thinking there could be peace between the great houses. And all you need to know is that I am a Klingon warrior with the information you need. Follow me, and I will take you to the one the prisoners call the Word.
Show me where he is.
The Word is over by the mine entrance.
There you are. I was wondering if I'd lost you.
You're a fool to come here.
Don't try to play coy with us. You have the subterfuge skills of a wounded tar. Did you think no one here would notice a new prisoner? Or that no one would notice when you tampered with the air exchangers?
What are you after for, Drake?
I see you found a new friend. If I had the time to explain, I would. But I'm on a tight schedule, and you took your time getting here. If you want to know what's really going on, you'll have to ask your new friend. I need to be going.
What?
Follow him! He's running for the surface!
Come on, a little bit farther.
Hurry! We have to stop him!
The world has slithered to the surface. We need to stop him before he can reach the edge of the magnetic shield. I promise that I'll explain everything once we track him down.
Let's go.
The human is trying to cross the ice. We need to hurry before he gets outside the magnetic shield.
He has a shuttle.
In that case, we don't have any time to waste. It will be difficult to track his movements in this flurry.
We can use the Drackle to track him. Chase him. Yeah. Have another one, Gothic. Not there, okay.
Those were wild jackals. Keep a lookout for more. They travel in packs.
How can they survive on the surface?
They must feed on the corpses of dead prisoners.
Kenta, you said you would explain why you were thrown into Rura Pente.
I am a diplomat. My peaceful words were called treason.
How can there be peace? We are at war!
You've clearly never read the works of Chancellor Gorkon.
Put some clothes on, lady, please. So much fan service is enough. Hey, it's for Ms. Unique. There's the tech that I need, and right there.
The alloys used in this device are normally found only in the Delta Quadrant. We know that the Iconians have gateways that allow them to go anywhere they wish. It would be reasonable to assume that they have had influence in the Delta Quadrant as well.
Now, let me ask you a question. How can we win a war if we can't stop fighting one another?
At least she's wearing thigh-high heels. I have a lot of those, you know, Norway. You actually have over-the-knee boots? Your stock just went up if you did.
Still, killing one another for honor blinds us to greater threats.
Wait, thigh high. Ooh, even better, yeah. Your stock just went up, Cynthia.
There he is.
Impressive.
Thigh high boots are really comfy. I love them.
Commendable.
I'll take your word. You can't escape, Drake.
There's more at stake here than dealing with a lone human on a mission of mercy. In fact, our intelligence says you have very little time left to act.
If you and I happen to meet, Cynthia, you gotta wear them for me. Please. What are you talking about?
Our friend here discovered that one of the great houses is plotting against the Empire. He's correct, but his curiosity cost him. Now you and Kemtar, will both have a chance for glory. Kemtar, your father still has friends in the Federation. They believe he's in great danger. I recommend a trip to the Vor system. There you'll find out just how big of a mess you're in, and find the proof that Worf will want.
Kemtar, how do you know this human?
I don't. He and I have never met. But as I told you, the story is complicated. What you need to know is that he speaks the truth. There is a plot against the Empire, and it is not the Federation's doing. Our true enemies are closer than we realize. If we want to protect our people, we must go to the Vor system and see what is there.
Why should I trust either of you?
I don't care if you trust me. Kemtar, tell your father that obligations have been met. Only you can decide how you'll deal with the greater threat.
Lately, I just bought 3 of them. I know summer just started, but I'll wait already for the chiller days. After it gets warm in Norway? What is this greater threat?
The only threat you should be worried about is me.
Rogaz, you followed us.
You're a miserable Karut. Not only have you broken penal colony protocol, but you've meddled in the affairs of...
I am crazy.
I don't care if Kemtar is innocent. We were paid a great deal of latinum to keep this piece of Baktak locked up. He's not leaving here, and neither are you.
You are a corrupt Forshak.
That's my cue to exit. Good luck.
If Rogaz finds us, we can expect more guards soon. You must have a ship in orbit. We should beam up as soon as possible and discuss what has happened.
Ms. Unique Styles, do you read me?
We read you, Captain. What are your orders?
We're ready for transport. Beam us up.
We can't get a lock on your position, Captain. You must still be within range of the magnetic field.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
We will bring the ship down to the surface to pick you up, Captain.
Excellent idea. Make it quick. We might need more warriors.
If we head for higher ground, it will be easier for your ship to locate us.
It's around 18 and 20 degrees Celsius, and it's already enough for me. My favorite temp is max 24. Nice. Agreed.
Look up ahead. The warden and the guards are approaching.
Yeah, that's a good temperature for us as well.
You dishonorable dog! When the High Council hears what Jempak's representatives have done here today...
That's just hotter than Scotland.
your immediate...
Ah, Jeru, you are in Scotland. I didn't say that's right. I think I heard that in Missing Extreme. How much were you paid to hold an innocent man?
Enough to keep us warm long after you're dead. We get paid whether Kemtar lives or dies. So before I kill you, I'll offer you the coward's choice of surrender.
I think you're forgetting something.
What am I forgetting, Toshak?
My starship. Chagrin. Now. Nice.
Putting end to a band of dishonorable fools. I trust you're ready to leave this freezing, miserable
I go to bed
place.
now. Enjoy the game. Good night.
And
Thank you for stopping by,
I
Cynthia.
think Rurapente is worse than Grator
Maybe see you
himself.
tomorrow. I won't be seeing you tomorrow. I'll be, I'll be on VR.
Drake said we should go to the Force System. What could we possibly find? Whatever is there.
Yep,
is
and it'll be a
threat
live
to the
stream.
Klingon Empire. We must find evidence to show the Council.
Agreed.
Transporter room is standing by, Captain. We're ready to bring you aboard at your command.
Bye-bye, Cynthia. Have a good night. Well done, Chagrin. Pick us up.
Your report on Warden Kratak and the prison riot was disturbing. I have transferred many prisoners to Urapente, and this is the first I've heard of corruption. As you know, the Empire does not tolerate fraud or dishonesty. I accept your resolution to the matter, but I am displeased that you did not apprehend Drake. The fact you freed Kimtar also requires scrutiny. If Kimtar were not Ambassador Worf's son, I would demand that you return him to First City at once. However, if you believe there's evidence of further corruption, you have my authorization to pursue this matter discreetly.
Understood.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity to get some ships. Okay.
During my time as ambassador, I uncovered evidence that one of the great houses has been corrupted by a foreign influence and is plotting against the Empire. I was thrown into Urapenthe as punishment for digging too close to the truth. The fugitive Drake suggested that we travel to the Vor system. We hope to find evidence that will prove there is an internal threat to the Empire.
Understood. So, Daru, are you in the same time zone? 6 hours? So, be midnight for you? $23:05. That's right, 5 hours. You're in Greenwich Mean Time.
Captain, we've entered the Bohr system. There's a starbase in orbit dead ahead. Huh. It's one of ours, with the records listed as a research facility operated by Uridian scientists.
Uridian scientists. That's unusual.
The Uridians are not known for their scientific prowess, but the research station is listed as a protected asset. According to your ship's computer, the Uridians have a trade agreement with a human scientist named Amar Singh. He is working with someone in the Empire on a genetic research project. It's unclear what Drake expected us to find here.
We will investigate. Approach the station. Forgot to claim all this stuff. Jesus, Wraith, you scared the living shit out of me. Trying to find something. I don't remember where it is. There it is. That great watch ads and ended. That started play. Nice. Okay, let's continue with the mission.
Research facility, Lochner Beta 3. I am Clardos Yarden, commander of the station. With whom am I speaking?
I am Lieutenant Ms. Unique of the IKS Ms. Unique Styles.
We weren't informed there would be visitors today. How may we serve the Empire?
We are here to inspect the station.
Commander Plardos, you will provide this ship's computer access to all recent station communication logs. You will also transmit a manifest of shipments and supply delivery receipts for the last month.
We expect full cooperation, Plardos.
Well, this is unexpected. You do realize that we have an agreement with your government and Dr. Singh. Our research is highly classified. You do have some sort of official order granting permission to view these records?
Of course, we'll send it right over.
Why are you attacking us? Please, we are not your enemy.
Send over the information we requested.
You're completely mad. This is a top security installation. You don't have authorization to...
Unfortunately, I can't type that. Same here.
Filing a formal complaint.
You're hiding something.
Of course we're hiding something. We're conducting classified research. That's why you are not authorized to access station records. You do understand the concept of top secret, don't you?
You dare to insult my authority.
This is preposterous. We refuse to hand over top secret information without proper authorization. We will defend ourselves, if necessary.
You stink of guilt.
They powered up defensive cannons. Launched small blasts. Station commander sent a distress signal. A ship is responding. Captain, Romulan warbird on sensors. Captain, the Romulans are hailing us.
On screen.
We received a distress call from this station. We are here to provide assistance.
Your assistance is no longer needed.
Station Commander Plardos sounded distressed. He mentioned a disagreement with a Klingon vessel. It would be dishonorable of us not to investigate.
This is an eternal matter.
We appreciate the delicate nature of the situation. Would you mind if we spoke with the station? Perhaps we could resolve any misunderstanding.
Be our guest. Tell Plardos we'll wait.
I find this very suspicious. Why would Romulans respond to a distress call here?
Monitor their communications.
The Romulans hailed the station on an open frequency, then immediately switched to an encrypted channel. The Romulan ship hasn't raised shields. What are they up to?
Alert me if you notice anything else.
I don't need to remind you that we're in Klingon territory. The fact that these Romulans are here at all could be the clue we need.
Drake said we'd find evidence, not clues.
Captain, the station has transported several crates of goods to the Romulans.
There's our evidence. Hail the Romulans.
Commander Plardos has explained the situation. It sounds as if there's been a miscommunication.
Enough. Transfer the contraband you just received to us, now.
The foolish bravado of the Klingon Empire. Attacking your own station and then accusing us of wrongdoing. I should have expected something like this. Very well. We'll communicate in terms you can understand.
Boring conversation anyways. Battle stations.
Dropping out of war.
Republic is thankful for your assistance. We had tracked the Tal Shiar to this system, but we would have been outmatched without your aid.
You fought well for a Romulan.
The Romulan Republic faces many challenges, but conflict with the Klingon Empire should not be one of them. As a gesture of good faith, I'll share with you information that you might find to be of value.
I'm listening.
We believe Tal Shiar agents are collaborating with operatives in the Klingon Empire to steal weaponry and technology. We have uncovered large supplies of Klingon weapons on the planet Nimbus 3 that we believe are being stockpiled there by agents of the Empress. The stolen goods are being transferred through several facilities in the local sector, including this science station.
Do you have proof of this?
The shipping manifests on the supply crates and the weapons themselves. By tracking the flow of goods, we've learned that there are agents in the Klingon Empire transferring stolen supplies to the Tal Shiar. Those supplies are being stockpiled on Nimbus 3. If you will help track down the source of those weapons, we will share our data with you.
Send us the data, but we make no promises.
Transferring the data now. We expect the Klingon Empire to track down the source of these stolen goods and punish those responsible before more weapons fall into the wrong hands. If we discover any further information, we will notify the Empire's ambassador on Mol Rihan.
Give me that quote, Pardos.
Please listen to me. We were only following protocol. We must ensure that our research doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
And why are you trading in stolen goods?
We didn't know the shipments we were transferring were stolen. I was told that the crates were medical supplies needed on the war front. We didn't ask questions. Please, show mercy. We were only doing what we were ordered to do.
And do as you're told and send me the data I want.
Due to present circumstances, we will forego normal security authorization and provide the files you have requested. We live to serve the Empire.
Transfer the files before I lose my patience.
We've received the data that Kemtar requested, Captain. It will take some time to analyze these files and track the source of the shipments. In the meantime, we are prepared to leave the system on your command.
Depart the system.
Your officers have analyzed the shipping logs from the research facility. Their findings confirm what the Romulan Republic officer told us. Someone has been routing technology and weapons to the Tal Shiar, and they are going to great lengths to cover their tracks.
Do you believe a great house is involved?
An operation of this magnitude would require the resources of one of the houses. The shipments are being routed in such a way to conceal their point of origin. Our evidence is circumstantial. It was my eagerness to point fingers without proof that landed me in Urapinthe in the first place. We must exercise patience and wait for our prey to reveal themselves.
Drake mentioned your father.
My father is Ambassador Worf. He has many friends and many enemies. I tried to convince him that one of the houses was moving in the shadows against us. He either didn't believe me or didn't care. Either way, he made his decision when he refused to act after I was sent to Urapinthe. His pride is a weakness our enemy will try to exploit.
Perhaps I can persuade him to listen.
You can try, but we must be prepared if he doesn't. We should at least warn him of the danger, even if he refuses to see the knife at his throat.
Don't worry, we'll be there if they strike. Okay, since we're right here, let's go ahead and go to the chrono system. And let's head over to the shipyard and change our ship. Let's grow, Chronos.
Perhaps. First, tell me who you are.
I am Lieutenant Miss Unique of the IKS Miss Unique Styles.
Greetings. How may I assist you?
We need to speak privately.
That is an odd request. We stand in the courtyard of the Great Hall, and honor has no need of secrecy. If you cannot speak your mind in this place, then I have no desire to hear what you have to say.
Very well, I am here with your son, Kemtar.
That is not my son's name. If Kemtar wishes to talk, tell him to come and speak to me. I will not communicate through intermediaries.
He said you are both in great danger.
He is the only one in danger, unless you have been foolish enough to listen to his tales. But you have already made that mistake. If you have spoken to him, then you have been to Rurapente.
A great house is plotting your death.
I am Gintok to the House of Martok. Lady Sorella has declared vengeance on the House of Jimpok. It would not surprise me if all the great houses wish me dead. Tell my son that I am capable of defending myself.
The Romulans are involved.
Romulans? That does not make sense. Jimpok's position towards the Federation and the Tal Shiar is very clear. And in this, he has my house's full support. It would be foolish for any house to make such a connection. However, I would not be surprised to hear you mention the House of Duras.
We don't know if Duras is involved.
And that is exactly the sort of accusation that landed my son in a penal colony. Tell Kemtar that unless he has proof, he should stay silent. If he is a fugitive from Rurapente, he will only make his situation worse. I do not want to know any more about what you two are plotting.
I'll tell him.
Has Worf agreed to speak to us?
He said your name is not Kemtar.
What name I use is not important. Did you tell him what we've learned?
He did not seem concerned.
Did you tell him the Romulans are involved?
He mentioned House Duras.
Given their history, I've considered the possibility that the House of Duras might be involved. Is he at least willing to review our evidence?
He wants nothing to do with our investigation.
Yacha! He is a stubborn old man, and he is going to get himself killed.
We should at least warn House Martok.
Agreed. If the Jinn talk to House Martok will not listen, we will take our concerns to the House itself. Martok's son Drex is off-world. I will contact Lady Sorella and arrange a meeting.
Don't be discouraged.
These events are very disturbing. They paint a picture of a large conspiracy against prominent houses of the Empire. I will work with my contacts to see what else I can learn. And I will notify you when I have enough leads to further our investigation.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Alright, one more mission. Bringing down the house.
Sorella, Lady of the House of Martok, has requested that you meet her at the house estate in the Ketha lowlands. She did not explain why she wanted to see you, but I expect that she has some tasks she would like completed. The House of Martok has lost much prestige since I took the Chancellor's seat. But they still have many allies among the KDF, and I am loath to reject Sorella's request without a good reason. Gaining the favor of the House of Martok could serve you well. But remember, they have many enemies. I harbor no ill towards Sorella, but do not get caught up in her vengeance against me. It would not be in your best interest.
Very well, Chancellor.
Serve the Empire.
Ah, the estate of House Martok. It has been too long. After Gowron stripped my house of its titles and lands, this place became my home. I will defend it and House Martok to my final breath. Come, Lady Sorella waits for us ahead. Believe me when I say it is unwise to keep her waiting.
Very well.
Welcome. I will skip the usual pleasantries. We have serious matters to discuss. The House of Martok has many enemies. Some of them seek to curry favor with Gempok, or the House of Duras, by striking at us. Until now, most of these attacks have been a little more than a nuisance. But now we know that an enemy may be plotting to assassinate Worf, and my grandson, Maven, may also be a target. The filthy Baktag willing to carry out such dishonorable attacks must be stopped. And so, I ask you to find these assassins and eliminate them.
We'll do what we can to assist you, Lady Sorella.
Any threat to House Martok will be dealt with, my lady. On that, you have my word as a warrior. Where is Maven now?
He is on his way to the Batleth tournament on Forcus 3 with your father. Worf assured me that he would handle security matters during the trip, but that was before you reported your findings to me.
We should go to Forcus 3 as well.
Before you go, I have another concern. Our local farmers reported seeing a Romulan here recently. Given Kemtar's suspicions of a house collaborating with the Tal Shiar, it seems to be an odd coincidence. We need to know what the Romulan was doing here before you leave for the tournament.
That is indeed suspicious. We'll investigate it once.
A Romulan? Here? Once I would have considered that impossible. But we live in strange times. Maybe they have come to their senses and joined with the Empire against the Federation. I haven't seen this Romulan myself, but one of the others might have. You have my leave to speak with the workers. One of them might have seen your pointy-eared interloper.
I'll see what they have to say.
Of what interest is a Klingon farm to a Romulan?
The only thing I've paid attention to of late has been the lack of rain. But you're a warrior, not a farmer. You wouldn't be interested in that. Sorry I couldn't help you.
All Klingons are warriors and an enemy may be near. Remain vigilant.
The Togs have been busy tearing up my roots, but other than that, I haven't seen anything unusual.
I see. Targs are persistent creatures, as are Romulans.
I remember seeing the Romulan. He said he was a surveyor hired to architect a new irrigation system. He set up equipment on the hill over there, but I haven't seen him lately. It wouldn't surprise me if he's up to no good. You can never trust a Romulan.
This survey may be more than he seems. The idea of a Romulan moving alone, freely on estate grounds? I do not like where this is going. I see the equipment there. Let's follow it. It is definitely Romulan. Doing so could lead to insight on the Romulan's action.
Agreed. Let's follow the path up to the top of the hill.
That is definitely Romulan gear, but it is not surveying equipment.
What is it then?
It is a short-range EM transmitter, not something a surveyor would use, Romulan or otherwise. I have a bad feeling about this. Disable it at once.
I'll deal with it myself.
Well done. We still have a suspicious Romulan on the loose, however.
Indeed.
There is a shipping and receiving area nearby, close to a landing pad. I suggest speaking with the workers there. They may have seen our mysterious surveyor recently.
Good plan. We might pick up the trail there. Oh, I did it again. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Okay, we'll just quickly go through this.
Welcome.
A Romulan?
Of what interest is a Klingon farm to a Romulan?
They own... I remember...
This survey... I see the equipment there. It is definitely Romulan tech. That is... it is... That is... it is... well done. There is a...
Yes, I remember this man. It's not every day you see a Romulan in the Ketha lowlands. Didn't say he was a surveyor, though. He told me that he
part of a diplomatic delegation studying our ambulance.
The plot thickens. Continue.
Martok would have never let a Romulan set foot on our world. That's why I don't think much of Jim Park. He's too soft. Honest thing I remember, other than him being a Romulan, was that he personally scheduled the delivery of goods to the farm. That is against our security procedures. Lady Sorella insists on authorizing all deliveries to the manor. However, his codes were valid. He had Lady Sorella's signature, so I did as he asked. His delivery arrived today. It's a large package we moved to the grain storage shed near the house of Martok's manor. So Nephew is our own. He handles most of Lady Sorella's business transactions.
Let us speak with Tenep. I want to know more about this package.
And now our surveyor is a diplomat. A Tal Shiar spy seems more likely.
I processed that delivery. It was an order for the House of Martok. They needed explosives for digging out a new irrigation system. The order was placed by Lady Sorella with her signature and authorization codes. She must need the new irrigation channel badly. Normally, Sorella delays such tasks until the winter, when the farm hands aren't busy with planting and harvesting.
More Romulan treachery. We must deal with this at once.
This spy is clever, placing the explosives near the House of Martok's fertilizer stores. If he detonates them, the results will be devastating. I believe that device we found earlier was intended to be a trigger relay. Taking it out will slow the Romulan down, but it may not be enough to foil his plan.
Agreed.
We should focus our search near the fertilizer shed. The spy will need a good vantage point to monitor the area before he triggers the detonation. Come, the hunt continues. Use your scanner to search for Romulan life signs.
It's time to put an end to this Romulan's treachery. Move out.
The signal is getting weaker. The signal is getting stronger. The signal is getting stronger.
There he is.
There, by the ship. What is that Romulan doing?
The House of Martok will crumble, and with it, the rest of the Klingon Empire. You cannot stop what has begun.
The words of an enemy and a fool. Attack.
Treacherous for shock. It's an ambush. They're finished. Deal with that bomb before it kills us all. This ship, it is the Rotaran, the flagship of House Martok. That Romulan wanted to blow up more than fertilizer.
If he has succeeded.
It would have been a fatal blow, both to the house and its honor. We charge. One thing is clear. Whoever is behind this plot has no honor. Not even a Fakiri would join forces with the Tal Shiar. It is madness.
Indeed. What's our next move?
We must continue the hunt, my friend. The Romulan still draws breath, and as long as he lives, our troubles will multiply. A piece of Batok probably beamed up to a cloaked vessel in orbit. Let us return to your ship and see if we can find it.
And find it we shall.
Ever since Gempok recognized the government on New Romulus, the number of Romulan ships in orbit over Kronos has increased. Most of them have legitimate reasons for being here. As a diplomat, I realize that harassing such a ship could lead to an incident. That's trouble we do not need.
Agreed, we will be discreet in our search.
Very well. I am willing to continue, as long as you understand that discovering the vessel that holds our quarry will be difficult.
Difficult, but not impossible. Scan for cloaked vessels.
There's a lot of warp and impulse traffic in the area. It's too much for the scanners to handle, especially if we're dealing with a cloaked ship. That's assuming the ship is still in the system. They may have gone to warp as soon as the spy stepped off the transporter path.
We're not done yet. Scan for singularity core emissions.
Ah, your intuition served us well, my friend. Scanners are detecting trace singularity distortions from the nearby asteroids. I believe a cloaked Romulan warbird recently entered warp there. If we get a closer scan, I will be able to plot a course based on the warp trail signature.
Helm, take us closer to the asteroids.
I'm being pursued by annoying Klingon insects. As much as I would love to dance, I have a pressing appointment. Someone's changed partner.
Let's see if we can follow the warp trail of the Romulan leader. Scanning. Ah, there it is. Warp trail detected. Sensor analysis indicates that the Romulan is headed for the Forcus system.
They're going after Maven and your father.
Agreed. I believe Lady Sorella's suspicions were correct. The Romulans mean to kill Maven and anyone that gets in their way. Like my father. Both Maven and my father are formidable warriors, but even they can be overwhelmed by numbers and treachery. I must go to Forcus to warn them. Will you join me, my friend?
I will. Set a course for the Forcus system, maximum warp.
We have arrived in the Forcus system. The Warbird's warp trail ends here. She's out somewhere.
Initiating sensor sweep now.
Very well, we should attempt to contact your father and warn him.
I've hailed him several times, but he has not answered. Either he is unable to respond, or unwilling to respond. Let us hope he is engaged with the Bat'leth tournament, and watching over Maven. We will need to beam down to the surface to know for certain, however.
Have we located the Warbird?
Yes, she is dropping into orbit over Forcus 3, and hailing us. It appears Commander Tarson would like a word.
Put that piece of butt-tog on the screen.
You're becoming an annoyance. You have made yourself a target by defending the House of Martok. By following me here, you've given me no choice but to destroy you.
That'll be the day. All hands, battle stations.
He cloaked. Scan for energy traces so we can follow him. Klingons are helping the Romulans! They are my way! Cloaked again! We must find him! Quickly!
Yeah, of course. Takes me out of full impulse.
You cannot stop what is already set in motion. The Klingon Empire will fall.
Tarson may have beamed himself and his agents to the surface. He also has Klingon traitors aiding his cause. We have more work to do, my friend. Let us beam down and attempt to contact Maven and my father before things get worse.
Agreed.
Romulans here will be well hidden, but their Klingon allies will be able to move freely. Even so, someone might have noticed some unusual behavior. Let's start in the bar. Tongues loosened by blood wine may reveal clues we'd otherwise miss.
Very well, I could use a drink myself.
Did you see Jim Puck when he was young and still fighting in the tournaments? Oh, now that was something to behold. He was masterful and fluent, not like the young tards here these days. I'm surprised that some of them can hold on to their badness for the entire match. Ah! Wonderful! Another stout warrior eager to hear a story of my glory days in battle. Pull up a chair and I'll allow you the honor of bowing me your bloodline. Haven't seen the fighter for the House of Duras. He looks like a real contender for champion's match. And I'll bet you a barrel of blood wine if he wins without taking a single wound.
General Chang fought the Master Corps, both in their prime fighting condition. Who do you think would take champion stand?
And what do you think of the new rule restricting botnet links to between 110 and 120 centimeters? Do you really think a Romulan would be foolish enough to beam down to an arena filled with hundreds of Klingon warriors? Besides, ever since that one tournament where the champion of the House of Mokai used a transporter to steal his opponent's bat'leth in the middle of a fight, there are transport inhibitors in place. The only places they can operate are the transport pads and cargo storage.
If they can beam down to cargo areas...
The enemy is devious, moving in disguise. Tactics worthy of House Mokai, but not a true Klingon warrior. If they're posing as cargo haulers, they will have access to the locker rooms where competitors store their gear. They need only wait there for Maven between rounds and strike when he least expects it.
We need to gain access to those rooms as well.
Hearing the chanting and sounds of battles reminds me of the first time I celebrated the Cote Laval Festival. That was the first time I remember understanding what it means to be a Klingon warrior.
Nukhnek, speak quickly. I have a tournament to run and little time for fools.
We require locker room access. Infiltrators may be present.
Access is limited to maintenance staff and competitors. If you have a security concern, take it up with security.
Are you not in charge here?
I am, and you will explain your impudence before I show you why I am in charge. The hard way.
This is an urgent matter, Administrator.
There is another way. Is it still possible to enter the tournament?
I'm ready to participate immediately.
Not as a competitor, but we do have an opening for an exhibition match. One of the fighters put enough blood wine in his gut to drop the Gone King and had to withdraw. If you wish to take his place, I will allow it.
Let it be so. I am eager for combat.
Then combat you shall have. No firearms are allowed. You must use a melee weapon. A bat'leth is preferred, but this is an exhibition, so you may use an unconventional melee weapon if you wish. Even one of those Vulcan lurpas they wave at each other in mating disputes. Ha!
Enough talk. I'm ready to fight.
Now, an
Ha! You fight well. Work on your form, and you might qualify for next year's tournament. You may use the locker rooms to clean up. Go. Should you have the courage, I will allow you the honor of buying me a blood wine later. Perhaps we will see if you drink as well as you fight.
Perhaps we shall. Kapla, I'll take you up on that offer. Klingon ladies ain't too bad. Yeah.
Of how I came to be called Kemptar.
Oh, there is our Arconian thing we need to scan.
Who saved my father from assassins on Maranga 4. I used the name Kemptar to honor his memory.
This might be just what we need
to remind me of what it means
gateway network.
To be Klingon.
Until we are able to stop the Iconians and their heralds from appearing wherever they want, there is no place in this galaxy that will be safe from them. Not even the homeworld.
Very well.
What's this? A globfly buzzes into these hallowed chambers? This is a place for competitors, insect! Be gone!
I just completed an exhibition bout. Make way.
The insect buzzes still. I think it is time I stifled it permanently. Last chance, globfly. Leave on your own 2 feet or on the barge to Grethor. Your choice.
Bold words, Takak. Come and back them up.
More traitors in league with Tarson. They must be preparing to strike. Mephen has fallen to treachery. The House of Martok will have its revenge. Tor, I need reinforcements.
Forgot to add the audio clip.
What is the meaning of this, Alexander? Mephen was sent here to replace his
There it
equipment,
is.
and yet I find you here, surrounded by Romulans with the grandson of Martok dead at your feet. Explain yourself.
This was not Kemptar's doing.
Lady Sorella feared that you alone would not be able to keep her grandson safe. We followed these Romulans here, and would have stopped them had these halls not been filled with Klingon traitors. And where were you when these assassins struck?
Both of you stop. We must focus on finding the real enemy.
I see you have been listening to my son's conspiracy theories again. He talks of peace and uniting the houses. Yet, here he is, with a blade in his hand, looking for glory. I told you I wanted nothing to do with this.
With respect, sir, we have proof on other houses behind us.
While you were here at the tournament, assassins moved against Lady Sorella at her own estate. If we hadn't tracked down this agent and disarmed his explosive, she would be dead as well. At every step, we have encountered Klingons hiding in the shadows, with blades at our backs.
What Kemptar says is truth. We must find these traitors and put an end to this plot.
I have not seen this evidence, but I believe what you say. We will get to the bottom of this. That does not mean we can act rashly. If there were Klingons aiding these agents, then we are still in danger.
If we uncover the identity of this rival house, then they'll be forced to act in the open where we can fight them head on.
Agreed. A great house conspiring with the Tal Shiar to assassinate other Klingons. And it is not just a theory. How high does the corruption go?
We will uncover this threat together.
Sorella and the rest of the House of Martok will mourn for her grandson. But I must also see that security remains a priority. To start, I am sending you a recruit from our house, the warrior Belera. She's been personally trained by me, and will aid your crew as we fight against the House of Torg.
Very well.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
My foes James were from that house. At least, before we sent them to Grethel on the frozen tundra of Rurapinta. You have fought with me this far, my friend. Will you see this through to the end? Help me serve House Torg, a dish colder than the gulag they used to command.
It'll be an honor. Let's go. Alright, that is the end of this live stream. I wish you all a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow in VR chat. Enjoy.